Hey guys, today I want to show you a quick tips on Sublime Text on how to automate your work a little bit. So let's say you have data from Excel that looks something like this, and then you want to transform it into SQL query or JSON format. So I'll show you three use cases for our video today. So let's say you have these numbers which either you generate it sequentially on Excel or you have a list of numbers and you want to use it on your Python script or something. So this use case number one is probably the easiest because we only have one column of data. So you can copy this guy and then you put it on Sublime. And then let's say you want to put this as a Python array, which means you need a comma at the end of the number. So the first alternative is you use the multi-line cursor on Sublime. So first you block or you select all the text by pressing Ctrl A, and then you press Ctrl+Shift+L to split the cursor into multiple lines. So what you get is something like this. You can press N on your keyboard, END, or you press Home on your keyboard to navigate. Okay, and then here you can press N and then you press comma and then you press delete. So you get these numbers arranged beautifully in a comma separated way. So of course, if you are working with Python, you can create the variable number and then you put the square brace and so on, right? So that is the first alternative, which is using the multi-line cursor. And then the second alternative will be purely use find and replace method. So how do you find the end of the line? Actually, the end of the line is $sign, but you can alternatively use the \n, which is the enter symbol. So \n, and then you replace the \n with comma. So here you achieve the same effect as the previous one. The other way also is you use macro. So there's a thing here called macro. So record macro and playback macro. So let's just remember the key shortcut, Control Q and Control Shift Q. So later on, to stop the macro, also you press the same button, Control Q. Okay. You go to the beginning of the file and then you press Control Q here. Now it's recording the macro. Just to double check. Okay. Now it shows as stop recording macro. Right. Now you go to the end of that line and then you press comma and then you go down and then press home and then you stop recording the macro. And then you play back the macro, Control Shift Q, right? You press this multiple times. Unfortunately, I think Sublime does not have an option to play this until the end of the file. But if you want such thing, Notepad++ has the feature for that. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Now you already have the commas on each line. Yeah, of course, you can also replace the \n with nothing if you want to remove the enter. Yep, you achieve the same effect. So another thing also to mention, if you have data like names, you need to wrap it in double quote typically if you want to put it in any programming languages, right? So the same way as well, we can achieve this using multi-line cursor, the first alternative. So you press home, you press double quote, and then you press N, you press double quote, press comma, and then you press delete. That's it. Yeah, you got each names wrapped with double quotes. So that is our first use case, which is a single column of data. Moving on to the next, let's say we have this kind of data, which is multi-columns, and then there's one challenge here. Your name might have space, your country might have space. So it kind of breaks the symmetry. Okay, so you copy the data from Excel, put it on Sublime, yep, and then there's few alternatives. The first one is you need to replace the \tab, \t, which is the column separator from Excel, and then you replace it with double quote, comma, double quote. So one quick tips here, if sometimes your Sublime recognizes the column separator as multiple spaces. So in that case, you need to go to View and then Indentation. So if you see the spaces appear as a column separator, then this one is ticked for you. So you need to untick this, and then you take the data again from Excel and then paste it again. Okay, then you will only have the tab as the separator. So \T, and then we do it like this, and we replace. Okay, but actually for the last one here, the double quote for the H, right? So let's see how we deal with it later. So select all. So this is the first alternative using multi-line cursor. Select all and then Ctrl+Shift+L, split the cursor to multiple lines, and then press home. Therefore you go to home, and then we want to transform this into SQL query. So we need to put parentheses, we need to put double quote, and then you press N on your keyboard, and then yeah, you press parenthesis close and comma. But we need to delete this guy right here, right? From the end of the cursor, let's say the edge, because the edge here can be one number, can be one digit, can be two digits, right? So it's better for you to navigate using Control left arrow. Okay, then you reach here, you delete the double quote. Okay, and then of course, depending on your SQL type, if MySQL, we can do it like this, or you can specify the fields as well. It's up to you. So that is the first alternative. Of course, you can achieve the same effect as well using macro. Let's say the data is like that. You can record macro, Control Q to record, and then you do like this, and then double quote, and then press N, and then double quote. You don't need double quote there, and then parenthesis, and then this guy, and then go down and press home. Stop the recording, Control Q, and then play back the recording. You achieve the same effect, but then you still need to do the find and replace. And then yeah, you need to deal with it once again. Either you do it with macro or you do it with multi-line. It's up to you. Okay. Now, third alternative for this is you can deal with it directly from Excel, and then we do sort of a hybrid approach. So you put all the characters here on Excel, right? And then here you put also this guy, yeah, that one, and then you drag it down, and again right here, double quote, comma. You don't need the double quote for the H, and then here you just close the parenthesis and comma. Okay, now you get this. Basically you need to type in all the parameters. Okay, you get this, and then once you arrive in Excel, I mean in Sublime, you just need to replace all the tabs, because we don't need any tabs here. Replace all with nothing, unless you have a crazy situation where your column values have tabs, then we have to deal with it differently. Let's see our third use case, which is transforming this data into JSON format. Okay, actually same way, I would maybe prefer this way, because there might be inconsistencies, because JSON is a little bit more complicated, because you have the field names like name equals to Alice, and then country equals to USA, and so on. And then second thing, you don't have the symmetry here. So sometimes your name can have multiple words, your country can have multiple words. So I would suggest we start with the Excel hybrid Excel method. So okay, you copy all these, bring back to Sublime, and then replace the \T with nothing. Boom, you get the JSON format. Of course, you need to do some cleanup. You put square brace, and then you put the opening square brace. Okay, Yeah, that's all for my tips for you today. Thank you guys. Subscribe.